I like that music, right? Don't you guys like that little? It kind of like gets you in the mood, gets you grooving. What's up, guys? Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. How's everybody doing here tonight? Welcome to the live stream. I hope everybody is having a good day. I hope everybody had a good day. KXIN, monster move today. Crazy day today. In chat, welcome everybody. Unless you guys are living under a rock, KXIN, the big runner of the day, big time short squeeze. Short position that built up in this thing Wednesday and then again on Friday, just got squeezed right out of that position there today. There were some big key technical levels, some big key technical levels that were broken through and kind of signaled that this short squeeze was getting underway today, and we jumped all over it. KXIN was my number one focus today, pre-market, my number one focus on the pre-market game plan, my watch list, and man, we caught this thing beautifully. $3.81 on the entry. Took profit, reloaded, full-size position at 475, I think it was. I'll go back. I'll show you guys the trade alerts. And then final take profit at $8.10. That is a 113% gain on a stock. This is not an option, okay? Yeah, it's quite common to see 100% gain when you're trading an option. Options, have that type of volatility. But to catch a 113% gain from entry to final take profit on a stock, not an easy thing to do, or it does not necessarily happen as often as you would certainly see in an option trade. Huge win for us today, guys, in KXIN. What a way to start the week. What a way to start the day. And I keep for the last, for the last few days, for the last couple of weeks or so, I've been really kind of focused in on small caps, and they've been giving me good action. I've been really hitting these small caps well. It's like you kind of see me kind of move back and forth between small caps and then large caps and small caps and large caps. And I'm a very diversified trader. I trade opportunity. I trade where I see opportunity. And right now, I think we've got great opportunity in some of these small caps, man. And that's where my focus has been. And we've been ripping these things to shreds. So tonight we have a really fun, exciting live stream here tonight. I'm going to walk you guys through. I'm going to recap my entire KXIN trade. I'm also going to be bringing a guest on later tonight to talk about some specific trade recaps and some specific stocks that you guys are going to be pretty excited about. And we're going to talk about what happened in the overall markets. I'm going to update you guys on my swing trade that I bought on Thursday. I'm going to update that trade, kind of give you a quick little what's the current state of that trade and what I think, where my new levels are, where's my new profit targets, where's my new stop losses. We're going to recap that. And really, we're going to talk about this KXIN. The lesson we're going to talk about with KXIN has everything to do with identifying buying zones coming off of trading halts. This has been like a reoccurring theme for me lately on my live streams, which is identifying those buying zones coming out of these trading halts. And we have been so perfectly spot on, especially with KXIN. We've now traded KXIN 3 days out of the last 4, I believe it was. We traded it Wednesday, Friday, and now today. So 3 out of the last 4 days, we traded KXIN. And I believe every single trade was coming out of a halt, and the entry coming out of the halt was absolutely perfect. And when I say perfect, I mean the buying zones, we are nailing these buying zones within like 5 to 10 cents of that zone, and the stock is coming right into that 10-cent range. We're getting long, and the stock is just absolutely exploding. The entries are spot on perfect, and I'm going to recap with you guys on this live stream how to identify those buying zones. Like what makes me say this is the area that I'm going to be getting long, because every time that the stocks are halted, when there's a stock that's halted and I'm looking to be a buyer on it, I come on the microphone and I tell all my members in True Trading Group, I tell everybody exactly where I'm buying that stock coming out of the halt. And the last 3 times now that we've traded KXIN, it's been absolutely perfect. And the entries have been so spot on. So I'm going to show you guys how I am identifying those buying zones so that you can have confidence to enter those trades, because those trades do happen quickly, especially these small caps that are moving around that are halting. I mean, you have a stock that goes from 380 to This actually went to 1350. So I did leave some money on the table. Went from, I got in at 380, got flat at 810. It went all the way to 1350. So I did leave some on the table. I'm never going to complain with 113% gain by any means. But that's what we're going to be going over here on the stream, is like how to identify those buying zones, so that, because people say to me, they're like, Mike, the stock is moving so fast. Like, how do you have the confidence to pull the trigger when you do, coming out of those halts like that? Like, how do you have the confidence? And it's because I'm identifying these buying zones, which are pockets of support and pockets of buying pressure. I'm identifying these support levels and I'm joining the party. I'm joining that support level. I'm becoming part of it. And the trades are just working out beautifully. So I want to start out with a big shout out, a big congratulations. A lot of my TGD members, a lot of you are on the live stream already. I see a bunch of you already typing away on the live stream. What's up, my TGD crew? A lot of you had monster days today. A couple of individual personal bests were achieved today in chat. You know who you are. Congratulations to those of you that crushed it today. We are streaming right now live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Welcome all of you that are brand new to the channel, very first time joining a TGD live stream. Either we're going to want to do very first thing, put a big smile on your face, because you guys are about to learn how to become consistently profitable traders. You're going to learn more in this 1.5, 2 hour segment than you've probably learned in the last several months of your trading career on your own. So put a big smile on your face. Second thing I want you guys to do is subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here, okay? Turn on your notification bell, because I'm always doing these live streams. I'm answering questions. I'm going over trade recaps. I'm giving you trade ideas. And I always provide you with free educational content that is guaranteed to help make you guys better traders. That is my goal with all of these live streams, is to always leave you with a piece of information that you did not know previously. Joining the live stream, I like to leave you guys with some information that you can implement in your trading as early as possibly tomorrow to help you become more consistently profitable traders. All right. So again, if you're brand new, you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, guys, because honestly, this channel is going to give you a professional education. Okay. My name is Michael Edward. For those of you that do not know me, I'm the head trader at True Trading Group. I began my career working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed about $500 million at the fund. And while at the fund, I had to go through a 3-month educational training program that taught me everything that it is that I implement in my trading now today. Fast forwarding 16 years later now, the length of my career, it all started working professionally at a hedge fund on Wall Street. And what I share with you guys on these live streams, and as with my members in True Trading Group, is a simplified version of that education that I received while working at that hedge fund. So you guys, like I said, put a big smile on your face. If this is your first time here, subscribe to the channel, and you're definitely going to want to make sure that you turn on the notification bell. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. Who's with me here tonight, guys? I already see my TGD crew is in full effect. Scott Barry, Raising Cane, Joel Marshall, what's up, my bro? Bud Dry, Peter Drummer, Landon Leon, Tony TTG, or David Padilla, my boy. David Padilla, we had a wonderful one-on-one today. David Padilla, what's up, my man? Saving lives out there in California. Joe P, this too shall pass. Brandon Shepard, Johnny B, Kevin Bernhardt, what's good? Willard, what's up? JD Seafood, Wendy Fonseca, Das Snail, Daniel Golly, Sean Miller, my boy. Eric Graham, what's good? Jeremy Long, what's up, everybody? Joe P, Antonio, Rowdy, Rodrigo, my man, what's up, Rodrigo? How are you? Judy, what's up, Judy? How are you? Rohan, what's up, guys? The OG Khan is in the house. Holly Rogers, Jimmy Benson, nice, Jimmy, with a 98% gain on that final take on KXIN. Nice job, Jimmy. Angel Torres, what's good? What's up? Chris Kovac, what's going on? Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Those are some very kind words. I really appreciate that. I look forward to you being part of the team as well. Those are some really kind words. Zach, Fernando, Jay Coates, what's up, everybody? My TTG team here is in absolute full effect. Francisco, Haseen, Casey, Hope, Brian, Erickson. What's up, guys? I can't even keep up. You guys are typing away too fast in chat. I can't even keep up. But I love all of you guys. Damn it. I love you all. All right. I love you all. My TG fam, we're in full effect today. I'm excited. In case you guys can't tell, I'm still riding the high of the big wins today in chat because of KXIN. And again, congratulations to everyone that caught it. Okay, what we're going to do right now, I'm going to give some time for people to log on. This is an exciting live stream. I can't wait to get into this trade recap with you and teach you guys how to capitalize on these trade setups when you see them moving forward, and how I'm identifying these buying zones, so you can identify these buying zones and then obviously be able to capitalize, take advantage, and then enter these trades with confidence. That's the key. A lot of these small caps, when they move around real fast like that, traders are scared, and it's quite common to be scared. Okay, it's quite common to be scared of the movement. It's quite common to be scared of the speed in which these stocks are flying around. And they're very violent. They can be very violent. And like I said, people are always asking me, Mike, like, how do you have the confidence to just like enter the trade like that? And it's, I'm going to show you guys how. Okay, that's what we're going to talk about in this live stream. I'm going to show you guys how. All right. However, first, we are going to start off the live stream the same way that I start off every single live stream, and that is with a blanket Q&A session. So what I'm going to do here right now, guys, I'm going to give you the floor. Ask me questions. I'm going to spend maybe about 30 to 40 minutes or so going over, let's see, about 30 minutes. We'll spend about 30 minutes doing a quick little Q&A. You guys ask me questions. I'll answer as many of them as I can, and then we're going to dive into the trade recaps. Like I said, I'm going to recap KXIN. I'm also bringing a guest on that's going to be recapping some of their trades. And you guys, we have a lot of new faces that are part of this live stream. So I'm going to introduce to some of our new subscribers to the channel. I'm going to introduce you guys to another fantastic trader that's part of the True Trading Group community, and he's going to go over some trade recaps with you as well and go over some trade ideas going forward. You guys are definitely going to be excited to follow in. So guys, go ahead, fire away, ask me questions. The world is your oyster. Go ahead, guys, fire away. Nick Talk says, what are your takes on crypto? I don't trade crypto. I hate crypto, to be honest with you. I hate crypto. I don't trade it. I'm sorry. Holly Rogers, I didn't trade the SPY today. Holly Rogers said, I want to know what you did on the SPY today. I didn't trade the SPY. I was focused on KXIN. KXIN was my number one focus, and we ripped that thing to absolute shreds. Ripped that thing to shreds today, KXIN. I did not trade the SPY today. Okay, I did not trade the SPY today, but we did sell off right into that support zone. I'll pull it up. We'll talk about it right now because I'm sure some people are going to ask me about it. Let's talk about actually the SPY real quick. That's obviously the KXIN chart. My goodness, it's so sexy. Let's go back over to the SPY. And if you guys recall, if you've been watching my live streams now for the last couple of days, you know that I've been talking about this support level. Okay, you know that I've been talking about this support level. All right, resistance, and we pulled down into it today. All right. We pulled down into that support level today, and now we're getting a little bounce off that level. We sold off there today. We had Pelosi put like a 48-hour deadline on a stimulus package that she would approve. And I think that added to some of the pressure in the markets here today. There was also some sanctions regarding China with some Iran ties that could have shook things up a little bit today. But then Secretary Mnuchin and Pelosi spoke again later today. Once the market closed, they were actually on the call going into the closing bell. And when their call was over, there was actually some optimism coming off of that call. So there is some optimism coming out there from the call that they had. And then we've got to bounce off of that level. So this is the support level. We tested it today. The support level that I was telling everybody about on my live streams the last couple of days, we got down there and tested it there today. So if that level holds now, we get some positive news regarding stimulus, we could be right back to 346, 347 in no time. If we have positive headlines coming from Nancy and coming from Secretary Mnuchin, if we have positive headlines tomorrow regarding stimulus coming from both of them, that's the key. I think it's got to come from both of them, not just one. Okay, it's got to come from both. And then I think that can take the markets right back to 346, 345, 346. Then we'll go right back to it tomorrow if we do get those positive talks. Okay, if we do get those positive talks. So again, I did not trade the SPY today. Okay, I did not trade the SPY today. I was laser focused on KXIN, and rightfully so. Okay, rightfully so, because this thing was an absolute monster, and we ripped this thing to absolute shreds. So, I was just basically staying focused on KXIN. I wasn't trying to get distracted, but that SPY did give us that trade, that entry point that we were talking about for a possible long off that level, but I did not enter it. Abhishek says, yeah, the last 2 days we gapped up and sold off. What are we expecting tomorrow? That that I was just kind of talking about that, where if we do get some update on stimulus, markets will go right back to 347. My personal opinion is that we don't get a stimulus deal before the election. That's my personal opinion. I think the markets are at this point kind of okay with it. I think they kind of almost expect it at this point. So I think any actual progress or any actual news of stimulus, I think would actually push the markets higher. I think the markets are okay if we don't get stimulus before the election. I feel like it's almost kind of expected at this point to not have stimulus before the election. At what time, Chris Kovac, at what time this morning did you start really following KXIN this morning, pre-market? Chris, pre-market. KXIN was number one on my watch list pre-market. Was number one on my watch list pre-market. Nice, Patrick Messer, first time here. What's up, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Carrie, I will absolutely address your question, Carrie. Okay. Carrie says, I really love day trading as a rookie thus far, but keep coming across articles saying that 1% or less of us will actually make any money. Can you please provide your response to this critique? And I wouldn't say it's 1%. I would say the stat that I hear a lot of is that 90% of traders fail. And that stat is probably true, that 90% of traders probably do fail, but it's not because trading is some impossible task that only gift-minded people can excel at. Okay, trading is not impossible. If it was, Wall Street would not exist. Hedge fund traders would not exist. The entire trading desk at Goldman Sachs would not exist. The entire trading desk at Citigroup would not exist. Okay, and there would be no such thing as a professional trader if trading was this impossible task. The biggest difference, the reason why traders fail, the reason why, okay, you have traders on Wall Street that will continue to excel and continue to succeed, and the average American Joe fails is one word and one word only, and that word is education. The reason why 90% of traders fail is because they do not get an education before they actually start trading. That is the reason why traders fail. No other reason. It's not because trading is not easy, but it's not impossible. Okay. But it will become impossible if you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. Okay. If you have absolutely no idea what you're doing, of course you're going to fail. If somebody that's being charged with murder comes up to me and says, hey, Mike, I'm being charged with murder. Can you represent me and be my lawyer? And I'm going to be like, yeah, sure, man. I would love to. I always wanted to be a lawyer. It sounds super cool. Let's do this. And I go and I represent this person. Guess what? They're going to jail for the rest of their lives, even if they did not commit the murder. Why? Because I have no idea how to be an attorney. Okay. Someone comes up to me and says, hey, Mike, man, I'm a baseball pitcher. It's like, man, Mike, my arm's been killing me, man. I think I need Tommy John surgery. Can you operate on my elbow? And I'm like, man, I've always wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon. That's super cool. I've always been interested. Now is the perfect time for me to actually get into it. Yeah, let's do this. And I cut this guy's arm open. I guarantee you he'll never have function of his arm ever again because I've never learned how to be an orthopedic surgeon. So why would any of you think that you're going to step into another person's profession and think you're going to excel without getting any education first? That is a common mistake that a lot of people make. They think that, becoming a trader, it's like you're not realizing that is someone else's profession. Okay? That is someone's profession. So what makes you so arrogant that you think that you're just going to step into someone else's world and you're just going to excel just like that with no education or no training whatsoever. You're dreaming. That's why 90% of traders fail. They don't learn first. I've been doing this for 16 years. You think you're just going to step into the market, put $5,000 into a Robinhood account, and you're just going to become this amazing trader? No, I'm going to eat you alive. When you guys step into the stock market and you place a trade, there's someone else on the other side of that trade. And if you do not know what you're doing, the other traders that are there are going to take your money. It's just like if you wanted to learn how to trade, how to play poker, you're not going to go into the World Series of Poker, which is the tournament that's held every year in Vegas, that is the top ranked poker players in the world. And you think you're just going to go, shimmy on over to the table. You're going to buy into the tournament. You're going to sit down and be like, I'm here to learn how to play poker, guys. Every single person at that table is going to lick their lips because they're all going to take your money because they're the best poker players in the world. You're not going to learn how to play poker that way. You're going to lose money that way. And if you open up a trading account and you just start trading without any education, you are not going to learn how to trade. You are going to learn how to lose money. You're going to learn how to lose money quickly because other people that know what they're doing are taking your money. Do not be that irresponsible with your hard-earned cash. Do not just give it away to people. If that's the case, you might as well just walk out onto the sidewalk and just take out all the cash from your wallet and just put it on the floor and be like, hey guys, everybody come take this, because that's how irresponsible you're being if you're not getting an education before you start trading. This is why I recommend to every single one of our members that join True Trading Group, if you are brand new, if you have never traded a stock before, or maybe you've traded a stock, but you're not yet profitable, use our simulator. Okay, we have a simulator where you can practice trading stocks and options with fake money. Learn, take the courses, go through the courses. Guys, I spent like over 6 months writing those courses that are on the website. They're there for you. They're not there for me. They're there for you. Use them, go through them, learn them, go through the material, ask questions, take the exams at the end, review the material again, learn, take the time to learn first. Because I bet you if I spent the time and I went to law school, I'd be a kick-ass attorney. If you spent the time and you actually learned how to trade, you could be a kick-ass trader. But it's such a sin. It is such a sin when people they go, you know what? I've got $5,000. I'm going to give this thing a shot. They put $5,000 in their account and they just start buying and selling stocks without having any idea what they're doing. They lose their money. And then the average person does not have more money to just endlessly refund their account. So what happens? They quit, they give up. What a sin. You quit before ever giving yourself a chance to see if you're good at this. You could be a millionaire trader and you'll have no idea because you quit before you ever gave yourself a chance to learn. Okay, I use the analogy like I've never played cricket a day in my life, right? I could be the world's greatest cricket player. I don't know. I have no idea. I was never taught. I don't even know the rules. But if someone taught me how to play cricket, maybe I'm the best cricket player the world has ever seen. I don't know. Maybe I'm the Michael Jordan of cricket players. I'll never know because I never took the time to learn how to play cricket. Maybe you could be the Warren Buffett of investing. Maybe you can be the star trader at Goldman Sachs. You will never know. And I know these are extremes, but you guys, I'm making a point. And the point really isn't that far off of the extreme to get the point across. You could be a phenomenal trader and you're never going to know because you're just going to lose all of your money before ever giving yourself a chance. So Carrie, to answer your question, that is why you're reading articles about all of these traders failing. Most traders do fail, but they fail not because trading's impossible. They fail because they do not get an education first. And that is what I teach you guys in True Trading Group. It's a professional education, not a gimmick. This is exactly what I learned working at a hedge fund. I simplify the material and I teach you guys exactly what I learned that enabled me to win a Trader of the Year award in 2008. 2008, I received the Trader of the Year award for my portfolio performance at the hedge fund. Would not have been possible without the education I received working at that fund. The path my life has gone down, The success I've been able to enjoy, not possible without the education that I received working at the hedge fund. I was lucky. Okay, I was lucky. You guys all have it harder than me. Every one of you that's on this live stream right now, you all have it harder than me because you are trying to find the education. I didn't have to try to find it. I got a job and they taught me. That was my first experience learning how to trade, but I was being taught by professionals on Wall Street. It doesn't get any better than that as far as the education that I could have received to start my trading career. So you guys have it harder than me. I didn't learn that. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught by professional traders on Wall Street. And now I've taken that education, I've simplified it, and I've created the courses that are on the TeachD website. That's what you guys are getting access to when you join the TeachD family. That's why you see these stats about so many traders fail. It's not because trading is hard. That's not why traders fail. They fail because they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Patrick Messer says, I have an Ameritrade account. How do I do pre or post market trades? Patrick, you've got to contact TD. Make sure your account is set up for that. Okay. You got to make sure that your account is set up for that. All right. You got to make sure your account is, because it's literally, it's something with your broker. Your broker might enable or disable the pre-market trading. I'm trying to get caught up here now, guys, with another question here. Let's see. Next question. Gustavo de Castro says, how much should one rely on watching SPY when trying to perfect entries, exits for stocks that are impacted by it? Example, Apple, Microsoft, etc. Sometimes I nail it. Other times stocks will detach. Gustavo, excellent question, brother. And I can tell that you're a little bit more of an experienced trader. That's more of an experienced trader question. You're not a newbie. I can tell right away. I can tell by the question that you asked. Okay, I can tell by the question that you asked. When it comes to the SPY, and looking and watching the SPY to perfect your entries on stocks like Apple or Microsoft, you definitely you definitely want to be able, you definitely want to follow what the overall markets are doing if those are the stocks that you're going to be trading. Okay, if you're going to be trading Apple, okay. Obviously, you're going to want to watch the NASDAQ too. If you're trading Apple or Microsoft, you're going to want to watch the NASDAQ. But Apple is the highest weighted company, okay, market cap. It's the biggest company, okay, market cap wise that's out there, $2-something trillion. All right, whatever it is. So the market cap on these indexes, they're market cap weighted indexes. Okay, they're market cap weighted. So when you're looking at Apple, for example, if you're long Apple and the SPY is just drifting lower and just selling off and selling off and selling off, Apple's going to have a very, very hard time continuing higher. Okay, Apple will have a very hard time continuing higher. What you could do specifically, what I like to do when I'm looking at those large caps, if I'm looking at Apple or Microsoft or one of those bigger name companies, okay, what I'll do is I'll look for oh my God, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Relative strength. Oh my God, I just do a complete brain fart. I'll look for relative strength or relative weakness. Look for relative strength or relative weakness, because if we have, let's say you're looking at Apple and you're like, man, Apple has support at 115, right? If you're looking at Apple's got support at 115, Apple gets to 115, the market's selling off, and 115 holds, 115 holds, 115 holds, 115 holds. But the market is going lower and lower and lower and lower, and the market's making new low after new low after new low. But Apple has not broken the low of the day. Apple has held the low of the day. It's trading sideways. That is relative strength. Okay, that is relative strength. So what I'll do is then I'll say, okay, Apple has held. Apple's relatively strong compared to the overall markets. So then what I'll do is I'll look to see the rest of the markets when the SPY maybe gets to a support level or the NASDAQ gets to a support level that holds. And I'm okay, I expect a bounce back here on the SPY or a bounce back here on the NASDAQ. That's going to give you all the more confidence to get long Apple because Apple has been relatively strong compared to the overall markets. And then when you do get that bounce back, okay, when you get that bounce back in the overall market or in the NASDAQ, then that's when you look for Apple to make its move because Apple has been relatively stronger. Okay, Apple's been relatively stronger than the overall markets. So it's called relative strength, relative weakness. You can play it both ways, to the long side, to the downside. So if you have, let's say, for example, you're looking at Apple. Apple is weak. Let's say 120 is resistance. Can't get through. Maybe Apple triple tops at 120. Meanwhile, the SPY and the NASDAQ are making new highs. And let's say Apple is stuck at 118 or 120. Can't get through. Triple top. Okay, triple top. And then Apple starts to pull back. And now the SPY and the NASDAQ, maybe they get to a major resistance level. And you're like, okay, bang, this is a major resistance level on the overall markets. You're expecting a bit of a pullback. If you're expecting a bit of a pullback on the overall markets and Apple's been weak and has not been able to make new highs, that is relative weakness. And that can give you confidence to then get onto some put options or maybe short Apple and try to ride a nice little pullback because of relative weakness. So if you're trading, but this works specifically on those large caps that are directly correlated because they make up such a major component of these indexes. That is not something that I recommend that you try to follow with regards to a small cap stock or like GME, right? Like everyone, I'm trading GME these last couple of days. I've got a swing trade. I'm long it from 1305. We already took profits off at 1434. There's a lot of Teach Team members that are following me with that trade. Jason, the Wolf Spatafora, he jumped in some GME call options. He was ripping some profits off that trade as well. So he's trading the option. I'm trading the stock itself, and Teach Team members are just ripping this thing to shreds. But that's not a stock where I would suggest that you do this and you look for this correlation on, and you look for this inverse strength and weakness. Okay. So that's, you want to focus doing that on the stocks that are going to be impacted by the overall markets or that make up a bigger component of the overall markets. Manan Patel says, days like today, how would you play the SPY? Out of the money options, in the money, at the money could be expensive. I mean, listen, all depends on the type of trader that you are. Depends on how much risk and reward you want to take. Depends how aggressive you want to be with the trade. Okay. If you want to be conservative, okay, if you want to be conservative with your trade, then you want to go in the money. You want to be a little bit, at the money. You want to be a little more aggressive out of the money. Usually when I trade an option, I usually buy an option that's out of the money. But if the stock does what I think it's going to do, it'll take me into the money. So like, let's say, for example, if you think, let's say the SPY is trading at 343, right? And you think it's going to 346. I'll buy like a 345 call option where it starts out of the money. But if I'm right, and the market or the stock does what I think it's going to do, it'll take me into the money. Okay, it'll take me into the money. That's usually the way that I trade options. It's really just personal preference, guys, to be completely honest. No wrong way or right way. You can go out of the money if you want. That's more aggressive. That'll give you higher risk, higher reward. At the money will give you lower risk, lower reward. And then in the money will give you even lower risk reward. As far as the, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say less risk reward because once you're in the money, you're going to profit on that trade, dollar for dollar as you gain intrinsic value on the option. So I shouldn't necessarily say more risk reward, but it just depends on how aggressive you want to be with the trade. So I usually start out of the money, and then if I'm right, it'll take the trade into the money. All right, next question. Doodle, do you ever experience with CME Group Broker? Is it good for small accounts? No, if you're a new trader, I would focus on, I would go with the just your traditional brokers. If you're brand new, like you're a newbie, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab. I would even recommend Lightspeed to someone that's brand new. Okay. Somebody said you should go to marketing business too. You will rock. Farzana, how many of you guys would like Shug, TGD Adam, to do a live stream on marketing and business? Marketing business. What is my handicap at golf? So if you guys are, so if you guys are interested in marketing, okay, and in the marketing business aspect of things, I think Shug business. I think maybe Shug will, maybe Shug we can set something up for you guys. Oof, damn, Joel Marshall, a 6 handicap, bro. You're too good for me, man. You're too good for me. I like a good round for me is like, I don't know. If I have my best round ever, I actually did shoot as a 79 once, but it was on a really, really easy course. I'm usually like mid 80s. We're talking golf now. Let's see, guys. One more question, and then we're gonna get down to business. Chris says, what sector do you believe will pop hardest off positive stimulus news? Consumers, man, consumers. I think consumer. I'd say, all the consumer, retail. I think the travel industry will pop. We get some stimulus. You'll probably see the airlines pop. I think you'll see just an overall pop. Just see an overall pop in the markets. The sectors that'll probably lag will be like energy will probably lag the pop. Healthcare will probably lag the pop. But I think travel would see a big boost. I think tech would see a big boost. And I think retail would see a big boost as well. Yes, Jorge, I'm still holding GME. Oh yeah, definitely the banks too. Banks would lag too. Yeah, Joel. Yeah, energy and financials would definitely lag. But I think you'll see an overall pop. I think you'll see an overall pop. All right, I think you'll see an overall pop. All right, guys, that just about does it there for our Q&A. All right, that does it for our Q&A. What we're going to be getting into now here, guys, like I said, now we're going to get into the real good stuff here on our live stream. I'm going to talk to you guys. We're going to recap that KXIN trade. 113% gain from my entry to my final take profit was an absolute monster. We also have some more trade recaps in the cannabis space, US deal that we're going to be talking about. What I want to do before I get into showing you guys how I was able to make 113% on KXIN, I want all of you right now to, smash that like button, guys. Show me how much you guys appreciate these live streams. If you guys love the channel, you love the content, you guys feel like you're learning something on this channel and on this content, smash that like button, guys. If you killed it today on KXIN, smash that like button, guys. Go ahead. Show me how much you guys appreciate this. I want to get like another 100 or so. Give me like another 100 or 200 likes before we get things going. I want to get those likes up, guys. Show me how much you guys appreciate these streams. Let's go, guys. Smash that like button. All right. Let me see here. There we go. My like counter was frozen. I had to refresh. I'm like, literally nobody hit the like button since I said that, and I refreshed. Now hundreds more. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yo, our Hirsch, my boy. What's good, bro? I see you there, man. I see you. What's good? All right, guys. Now I'm going to be bringing in the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jason, the Wolf of Weed Street, Spatafora. Everyone give him a round of applause. Everyone, Jason Spatafora, everyone! Yeah! He's back!
I feel the spirit. I feel the Holy Spirit. Hey, everybody.
Guys, what's up, everybody? Listen, for those of you that are brand new, okay, for those of you guys that are brand new, okay, I'm introducing you guys. This is Jason Spatafora, also known as the Wolf of Weed Street on Twitter. He is one of our TTG Pro moderators, and he's, one hell of an options trader, one of the best option traders that are out there. And he is also the leading voice on anything cannabis or pot stock related. Okay, so a lot of you people on this live stream and a lot of people on this YouTube channel, a lot of you guys come to me for advice, right? You guys ask me, Mike, what do you think about the SPY? What do you think about AMD? Mike, what are your thoughts on WKHS? What are your thoughts on NIO? What are your thoughts on this? And this, so you guys all come to me for stock advice, right? When there is something that I need advice on, when it involves the cannabis space or the marijuana sector, this is the guy. Oh, that way. This is the guy that I go to, that I ask questions. I will not buy a single cannabis related company unless I first consult the Wolf of Weed Street himself. So what I want to do right now, guys, I'm going to give the floor over to the Wolf. I'm going to let him. He's got a couple of trades that he wants to break down for you guys, a couple of recaps. He's been absolutely slaughtering, okay, the move that we have seen in the cannabis sector. He's also been trading X US Steel, which is a really good option for those of you that are beginners at trading options and you're looking to try to start trading options, or you want to diversify and start and begin to learn how to trade options. X, which is US Steel, is a fantastic option to trade, and the Wolf rips this thing to shreds on a weekly basis. Stay away from like the Tesla and the Roku options. Those are going to be very, very high volatile options. US Steel is an option that you guys can all learn on, and the Wolf ripped. And it's not that they don't make moves. I mean, these things, I mean, he's pulling 20, 30, 40, 100% gains out of this US Steel option on what seems like a regular basis. He's been absolutely on fire for the last couple of months. So I want to just turn things over to him for a couple of minutes, let him recap a couple trades for you. And then I'm going to get into my KXIN recap and show you guys how I made 113% gain on that. So you guys are in for a really nice treat. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. Wolf, take it away.
Well, I mean, Mike gave away the whole show. Yeah, so everybody who doesn't know me, Jason Spatafora, Wolf of Weed Street. I know he's got the technology to say follow me on Twitter, but you don't really have to. Oh, there it is. Oh,
Hey, there it is.
there it is. See, I know how to do it. Boop, boop, boop. At Wolf of Weed Street, I'm verified, which doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, guys. So, one of the things, especially for today was a more active day. And I knew it was going to be active because as we get closer to the election, I'm doing a lot of maintenance on my cannabis related pot stocks. Now, I saw some questions already. What do you think about the Canadian companies? What do you think of the US companies? And I'm just going to make this simple for you. Don't touch the Canadian companies. The Canadian companies are a trade. All right. One of the things that I always say to the people in TTG is fade the pops. Okay. So when the Canadian companies make oversized moves, over 10, 15%, buy puts. Give yourself a little bit of time, be as close to, the strike as possible and buy puts. Without fail, it has worked since March 2019. Now, being that we're going into an election and we've got a couple of states that are really important, most notably Arizona and New Jersey, that are going for adult use, which is, fancy speak for recreational. Those will move the Canadians. It has nothing to do with the Canadians. So just understand that. Safe banking, zero to do with Canadian companies. Canadian companies are pigs. They are loaded with debt. They've got billions in goodwill, and they just cannot execute. Whereas the United States companies, the MSOs, are crushing it. Positive EBITDA, high margins, 20 to 40% growth. It's insane. And going into the election, there's going to be some really big beneficiaries of that. So yeah, there's a long answer to your question. But one of the things that we've been doing over the last couple of months is, what it's like Frankenstein trading these pot stocks or Wolfenstein, where, we buy a stock at a set price, try and sell it a little bit higher, reload dips, and then just keep doing this, okay? Like viciously do it, like punching this thing in the face. And every time we do it, put a little bit more space between us and, break even or, to a loss. So with that, traded 5 different pot stocks today, but then also just absolutely destroyed some options, and not destroyed like Mike's KXIN trade. I think that's the ticker. I don't know. I didn't trade it.
KXIN, yeah.
KXIN. But one of my strategies right now is just kind of hit and run, because this market can just kind of turn on a dime. So in GameStop calls from Friday, took 30%. US Steel, which we got into the $8 calls, at the lowest 31 cents. Those went 300% in 2 weeks. Okay, we were also in the 7s. Those went 200%. The last time that we reloaded the US Steel $8 calls was at 54 cents. They hit like $1.35 today. But when they got to like 9.50, I was like, okay, time to go puts. I did 25, an average 25% gain. Some members did 67% when we started to get a dip. I bought calls at 9.50 at one point, did another 20%, and then got out, traded the SPY, 10, 15% on the SPY, and then got back in. And I think I did some other stuff too, but a lot of different trades. So, when you are in TTG, it's, it's not like, okay, well, what small cap are we going to play? No, it's a diversified group. My focus right now when it comes to swinging stocks is going to be pot stocks because it's low hanging fruit. And because I've been trading pot stocks since there was 13 of them. There's 300 now. Okay. So I'm like the OG of pot stocks. All right. If you don't know that. And if you see, right, hold on. There you go. Little pot stock awards. Pot stock awards. Yeah. They actually have those. That's how long I've been trading pot stocks. And then going into the election, we're just going to crush it, So I want you guys to understand that, when you are coming up into TTG, especially if you're doing the trial, you guys want to hit them with the trial link? Hold on, that's TTG3. There we go. You guys get to see this in real time. And one of the things I would suggest, besides it being, just $3, this is a really important week going into, we're 15 days from the election, and then we're going to start to see I think we start to see some oversized moves. So, I just wanted to do that. You could hit them with follow me again. Follow me on Twitter. There you go. All right. Because I know Mike's going to get into the teaser. All right. But I saw some of your things like Aurora. Yes, Aurora is a big pile of dog shit. Guys, the crazy thing about Aurora is they keep increasing the salary of the CEO and the executives, yet they keep losing money and having to sell off assets. Supreme Cannabis, another one. I remember Supreme Cannabis when it was a 6-cent stock and David Stadnick was the CEO. Then it was John Fowler, and then it was all downhill from once John Fowler left. All right. So, and then just kind of going into, the election and everything, especially with the ballot initiatives for weed, look, again, most important states are going to be New Jersey and Arizona for recreational, and the biggest beneficiary there. And here's your free gift, your TTG free gift. It's going to be Curaleaf. Okay. So.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my question to you, Will, because I know a lot of people are always like a lot of people that I talk to and a lot of people that I encounter are really like people that when they first started buying pot stocks, they all bought the Canadian ones because those are the only ones really that there were. It was Organigram, it was Canopy, it was Aurora. Everybody jumped on Tilray and all the Kronos and all these other stocks, and everyone is kind of stuck with and bag holding a lot of those names. And I guess, my question to you, which I already know your thoughts on, but I think that a lot of people are curious about is like going forward now with the election, how close do you think we are to some type of declassification or decriminalization or some kind of legal push on a federal level? And then do you think people should stop worrying about the bag holders that they have in the cannabis sector and start looking at the U.S. markets? And if so, what are some of the U.S. companies that you like the best? Because I know you have been ripping those trades to pieces these last couple of weeks. And guys, it almost seems like every day, literally, like I can't even keep up with all of the trades that he's making in these cannabis stocks because it's every day. It's like take profit here, take profit there, take profit here. He's ripping them to shreds. So maybe just a couple of minutes, Jay, because then I'll get into the KXIN trade, but just give them kind of your thoughts on what are the U.S. companies that you think they could start getting positions now going into what the U.S. market looks like in the next couple of years.
Yeah. Look, the companies, we've got a core position of companies. All right. I'll give you the top 5 companies in the United States right now that are multi-state operators. Those are MSOs. So you'll see the term MSOs thrown around. That's what it stands for, multi-state operators. Basically what that means is they grow the weed, they sell the weed, they make the money. Okay, real simple. So you've got Green Thumb Industries, which is based in Illinois primarily. You've got Trulieve, which is primarily based in Florida. You've got Curaleaf.
What are the ticker symbols on those two, Jay?
Sorry. So if you're trading, I'll give you all US symbols. So Green Thumb is GTBIF. So GT Biff. Cureleaf is CURLF. Okay, and they're everywhere. They're New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts. They're going to be in Arizona. They're in California. They're pretty much everywhere. They've got pretty much the biggest footprint. Then you've got TrueLeave, which is TCNNF. That's N as in Nancy. And they're basically the monopoly of Florida. They keep beating revenue expectations, every quarter for the last 3 quarters. Then you've got Cresco, which again is a little bit smaller. So Cresco Labs, CRLBF. And, they're pretty much, they're all over the place too. They'll be a big beneficiary of New Jersey. And then we have TerraScend, which is similar to Cresco, and that's TRSSF. Okay. So look, if you're holding Canadian companies, you got to understand that they're dead money. Yes, they might rise, but come March, they're going to drop, most likely. And in the interim, you're going to be watching the companies in Canada, in the United States, just start moving in the right direction. Again, guys, United States is delivering on every promise that Canada broke, meaning, oh, we're going to grow this much weed, we're going to make this much profit, blah, 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 blah. They were never able to execute. U.S. companies, because of the nature of our banking, that these companies can't get normal IRS deductions, had to run fiscally sound companies. They couldn't spend like drunken sailors. And now we're seeing that's really paying off. So if you think of like a company like TrueLeave, that thing's got a price target of $67. Cureleaf has a price target from Beacon Securities of 55. Even if you cut those in half, you're still talking about 100%.
Yeah, you're still talking 100% gains on them. We actually, Chris Kovac has a really good question that, maybe if you can just your thoughts on this. It says, how likely is it that once weed is federally legal, that the best companies will be almost immediately bought up by big tobacco? What are your thoughts on that?
I actually don't think that that's going to be the case. Tobacco is tough. There's a lot of regulations. I think you're going to start looking at it from a farmer perspective, but really you're going to be looking at it from a CPG perspective. That's consumer packaged goods. So basically, once it becomes federally legalized, you have to start looking at marijuana as a commodity at that point. You're obviously going to have the pharma angle, which is going to be a huge factor. But for the most part, these companies, you're going to be looking at them branching off into consumer packaged goods. These are edibles, these are drinks, these are gummies. But here's the thing about the weed industry, especially in the United States, there's really no brands. There's not a Snickers of weed or a Nestle's Crunch of weed.
Very true.
And this is really where the money is at, especially when you've got a product or a plant that becomes a commodity. And that's it. There you go. Membership paid for in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, listen, I'm getting ready for I'm getting ready to be positioning myself, my long-term portfolio. I'm a big bull on the cannabis sector as an industry long-term, as is the Wolf. And I'm going to be, building my long-term portfolio. I'm going to be building like a cannabis section in my long-term portfolio to take advantage of what I think this industry could be. So, I'm going to be working with the Wolf on that. And you guys, he actually just did a pot stocks workshop and webinar on Sunday with all of our TGD fam. So that was a lot of fun. So all of our TGD members, you guys want to make sure that you check that out. That's going to be posted up on the website. All right. So cool. Wolf, good stuff, man. Keep killing those pot stocks.
All right. And I'll see you guys later.
Everybody say bye, Wolf. And then I'm going to go in, guys, and I'm going to recap the KXIN. Give him a follow on Twitter, guys. His Twitter handle is right there at the bottom of the screen, at Wolf of Weed Street. Okay, so go ahead, give him a follow there on Twitter. All right. Now, let's see. Moving on. All right, so what I want to do now here, guys. Okay, now we're going to talk about KXIN. All right, so now we're going to talk about KXIN. All right, let me pull up the charts now. Let's talk about this trade. This was an absolute monster of a move. Now, listen up. Okay, first and foremost, as we recap this trade, I want you to keep something in mind. Okay, that small caps, okay, very fast moving stocks. These are stocks that are going to move 20% within the blink of an eye. You've got to be ready. Let me actually go back to full screen while I talk about this before we actually get into the chart, because this is like I'm going to kind of preface things with this. These small caps like KXIN are max volatility trades. Max volatility trades meaning that it really doesn't get any more volatile than a stock like a KXIN. Okay, what I mean by that is these are stocks that are thinly traded. Okay, regardless of how much volume that they are trading, they're thin. The float is small. There's not, you have air pockets in price where there's not shares at every single price point, like some of the thicker some of the thicker stocks or some of the thicker small caps that are out there where there's stock at every single price. These stocks have air pockets, and these stocks just fly and they whip around. So when you're going to trade these, you have to understand the risk and the volatility that you're taking when you enter these trades, and you've got to position size yourself accordingly. I will preface this lesson on KXIN by making sure that you all understand the proper way to position size when you're trading these stocks, because you must know what is the dollar amount that you're willing to risk per trade. I tell this to my THD members all the time. You have to figure out a dollar amount that you're okay risking per trade. That number is going to be different for everybody. One person, it might be $100. Somebody else, it's 200. Somebody else, it's 500, 1,000, 5,000. Everybody is different. Everybody has their own dollar amount that they're willing to risk per trade. You've got to figure out what that number is for you. Nobody can answer that question for you. That is a dollar amount you're comfortable risking per trade. Okay. Then you will say to yourself, okay, if I'm buying the stock at $5, my stop loss is $4.50. Okay. You're going to set your stop loss based on the chart. Now I'm going to show you on KXIN where my stop loss was and tell you how I position size myself when I'm deciding and I'm entering these trades, because you have to get the position size down properly. Otherwise, you're going to get shaken out of these moves because they move around so viciously and so quickly that the slightest little pullback, if you have too much position size, it's going to scare you. You're going to think the flush is coming. You're going to panic. You're going to exit that position even before it gets to your stop loss because you're scared of the flush. That means you have way too much position size and you cannot handle the volatility. You need to reduce your position size. The only way that you can slow down price action on these fast moving stocks is by lowering your position size. That is the only way you can slow this stock down. Okay, and stop being scared and emotional in these trades. Oh, sorry. Okay, guys, also, as I get into this, actually give me a follow on Twitter. Okay, as I get into KXIN, give me a follow on Twitter, guys, right there at the bottom of my screen, at @MikeEdward_TTG. Okay, at @MikeEdward_TTG. You guys give me a follow there on Twitter. I'm always posting trade ideas, trade recaps, market commentary, some funny stuff. I'm posting, motivational stuff. I'm posting testimonials. I'm always posting some cool stuff on my Twitter. So guys, go ahead, give me a follow right there on Twitter. My handle's right there at @MikeEdward_TTG. Okay, at @MikeEdward_TTG. And then of course we have our True Trading Group Twitter as well. I'll put that one up on the screen there as well. Okay, so like I said. Now, KXIN, you have to position size yourself accordingly, okay? You also can't you lose one trade. One losing trade on a stock like KXIN should not kill you, crush you. I just got my ass kicked. I just got crushed. Oh my God, I just got killed. When I see people saying that on one losing trade, that means you had too much size. Flat out, plain and simple. There's no other reason why, unless the stock crashes, halts, you can't get out of your position, and then you're stuck in the halt, then okay, and then it gaps down and you're caught in that. Okay. But if a stock flushes down and you exit your trade and you're like, oh my God, I just got crushed, that means you had too much position size for the volatility of the stock that you're trading. It means you had too much position size. You're not understanding the actual risk of the trade, because you're not taking into account how volatile these stocks are. When you are trading stocks like this, you have to account for that. You have to account for that. Okay, I cannot stress this enough to you guys. Please, every time I come on the microphone, when I'm trading a stock like this, I come on the microphone. The first thing I say to my members in chat, I go, guys, this is a high volatility trade. Understand the risk, reduce your position size accordingly. My stop loss is going to be right around this area. Account for a possible flush, which means if normally, let's say as an example, let's say your risk is $500 per trade. This is as an example. If your risk is $500 per trade, let's say you're buying the stock at $5, and based on the chart pattern, your support level is right around that 450. So you're going to say my stop loss is 450. Okay, if your stop loss is 450, you're buying the stock at $5. If your risk tolerance is $500 per trade, in that scenario, you're going to buy 1,000 shares at $5. Okay, because now if you get stopped out at 450, that's a $500 loss. Okay, now in a case like KXIN, where you know that the stock is max volatility, you have the risk of a potential flush, meaning when the stock gets to 450, you try to get out at 450, but you can't. Why can't you? Because the stock is so thinly traded. Everybody else is trying to get out at 450. The stock flushes to 425. And if you're in 1,000 shares, now instead of losing 500, you just lost 750. Far more, 50% more than your risk tolerance. That we need to avoid from happening. So when you're trading a stock like KXIN, you have to account for the volatility, which means you may get flushed on. You may not get out at 450. So instead of you buying 1,000 shares at $5, maybe now you only buy 800 to account for that extra volatility. So in case you get flushed on, you can still exit your trade and not get crushed. Okay, account for that volatility, adjust your position size, because if you buy the stock at $5 and you're buying 800 shares versus 1,000 shares and the stock goes to $8, does it really matter that you had 800 shares instead of 1,000? No, it's still a phenomenal trade. You banked on it, you crushed it, you made a good chunk of change, a hell of a lot more money than you had before you entered that trade. So who cares if you have 800 shares instead of 1,000 shares? But if you get flushed to 425, having 800 versus 1,000, you are going to care. That is going to matter. That is going to make a difference. You always need to be more concerned with how much money you're going to lose if you're wrong than how much money you're going to make if you're right. This is one of the biggest differentiators between great traders and traders that struggle, because great traders will always be more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are going to be obsessed with how much they're going to make if they're right. And that's the wrong mindset. That's the wrong mentality, because having too much size does not mean you're going to make more money. Having too much size can actually cause you to exit this trade for a loss because you're scared of the flush. If you buy that stock at $5 and your stop loss is 450 and you have too much size, that stock goes from $5 down to 462 in the blink of an eye. You are going to panic because you think that's the flush. You're going to market order out. You're going to sell your stock at $4.58. And it's going to go right back to $5. It's going to squeeze to $6.50, and you're going to complain, and you're going to say, oh my God, I always get stopped out and the stock goes higher without me. That's because you had too much size, and that too much size caused you to be scared of that pullback, and it actually shook you out of the trade, even though your stop loss wasn't triggered, because you were scared of the flush. And the only reason why you were scared of the flush was because you were not position sized for the flush. If you get flushed and you get out of the trade at 430 and you're still like, whatever, that's how you slow these stocks down. That's how I adjust my position size when I'm trading these small caps that are moving around like crazy. Because if I get flushed out, okay, great, I'm going to get stopped out, I'm going to take my loss, and it'll be right around my risk tolerance. If I'm right and the stock goes from 381 to 810, which is exactly what happened today on KXIN, does it matter if I'm in 1,000 or 2,000 less shares? No, absolutely not. Does it matter, okay, at that point, if I'm in 10,000 shares or 15,000 shares? No, it does not matter. Okay, it does not matter. Who cares? Okay, you're still making $4 or $5 a share, okay, on the position. It doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter. All right, it does not matter. So I'm going to preface that with this, before we get into this KXIN. Now, let's get to the charts. I want to make sure that I made myself crystal clear on that. Now, let's go all the way back to the morning, because this is the original entry on KXIN, boys and girls. And this thing was an absolute beauty. Was an absolute beauty. Okay. It was an absolute thing of beauty. Okay. Well, let me delete the fib so you guys can see this thing just a little bit clearly now. First and foremost, okay, KXIN had a gap up today. Now, KXIN gapping up today, this was significant. Okay. This was significant today. Why? Because you had the stock came to life on Wednesday, right? Then you had the big gap down on Thursday, and the stock never died. The stock just traded sideways. It never died. Then you come into the day on Friday, and that entire short position got squeezed out. Everybody that shorted this stock, okay, everybody that shorted KXIN, okay, on these 2 days, they got squeezed out, and that was this move on Friday. Okay. All these short sellers got squeezed out on Friday. But now that's that move on Friday that squeezed out all those short sellers, that brought in new short sellers. New short sellers stepped in and shorted this stock now all the way back down, because it's not really all that fantastic of a company, and the stock does not deserve to be moving 400, 500, 600% in a single day or in a 2 or 3 day period. Okay, so that brought in new short sellers. Now, as we come into the day on Monday, we were gapping up. Okay, so you had all these people that got short this stock, okay, on Friday, came into the day on Monday, and you had this gap up. So this stock was automatically on my watch list today. And when I take you guys to the daily chart is really what did it for me, man. The daily chart with this setup here that we had here up around this resistance level that there was here around $4.50 to $5, because this was the gap. Okay, that was that gap right there from early 2019. We talked about that actually on Friday. When we traded this stock on Friday, we got right up to that level, right? Look where the high of the day was. Okay, look where the high of the day was on Friday. Dead even with that gap. Okay, so that resistance level, okay, dead even, we found resistance there at 450. Okay, in fact, the high of the day on Friday was exactly 450. So when we came into the day today and we were gapping all the way up here, okay, to 350, that looked like such a setup to squeeze everybody through 450, because all those short sellers got short in front of that gap that was put in place in early 2019. So coming into the day today, I'm saying to myself, man, this thing is gapping up today. And I'm like, this thing has short squeeze written all over it. It was my number one focus coming into the day. Okay, it was my number one focus coming into the day. So when this thing gapped up, we had this little pullback, and then woof, we ripped right through the initial morning high. There's your initial morning high right there. Okay, initial morning high. We broke through the initial morning high on the heaviest volume of the day by far. Okay, and then the stock halted. Right there, the stock was halted. Right there, the stock was halted. Now, I came on the microphone and I told everybody in chat, guys, this is the game plan. Listen up. Whenever one of these small caps is halted, I always come on the microphone and I tell everybody what I'm going to do once the stock resumes trading. I don't wait for the stock to resume trading, and then I tell you what my plan is after I've already bought the stock. I tell you what my game plan is, okay, while the stock is halted, so that you have the time to analyze the setup and also decide if you want to enter the trade at that same price point that I'm looking to enter the trade. My TG members that are in chat with me right now, did I or did I not come on the microphone while KXIN was halted and tell you guys I'm looking for support around the 365 to 375 area? Look to be a buyer above 350 in that 365 to 375 area. Verbatim, that is exactly what I said to members in chat today in True Trading Group. And I want all of my THD family members that are watching this live stream right now, did I or did I not, while the stock was halted, say that game plan verbatim and tell you guys exactly where I was going to be buying that stock. That's what I do when these stocks are halted. Okay. I tell my THD family exactly what I'm going to do before I do it. It is so crucial that while these stocks are halted, you take those few minutes. Those minutes are crucial. Those minutes are going to be the difference whether you make 113% whether you sit back and watch everybody else make 113%, or even worse, possibly lose money while everybody else is making 113%. Those few minutes while the stock is halted will make that determination during those few minutes. So while we are halted, I do my analysis. I tell everybody exactly where my entry point is. Now, why was that my entry point? Why is that the level that I'm looking at? A couple of things we have to discuss. The initial morning high, okay? When an initial morning high is broken to the upside with the heaviest volume of the entire day, which is exactly what happened here on KXIN, the chances of the initial morning high becoming support greatly increases. Then, when you have other indicators that also line up at that area, like in this case, look what's there. VWAP, okay? This orange line on your screen, on my screen, that's VWAP. Now, the trade line was also, it's a little skewed now because once the stock opened off the halt, but while the stock was halted, this trade line was moving closer up to that 350 area. So we were getting initial morning high, VWAP, and trade line all lining up at the exact same price point of 350. That's why I said, guys, look for 350 to be support, and then look for us to then pull the trigger 365 to 375. Okay? Coming out of the halt, we tapped the high and we pulled right back into where? $3.72. Okay? I'm sorry, we actually got down to $3.67. Okay? There it is. There's your pullback off the halt. And right there is your entry price at $3.81. Okay, $3.81. What I want to do right now, real quick, I'm going to show you guys now the trades. Okay, here are all of my trade alerts from the chat room. Okay, this is a downloaded log from our chat room, which has all of my trade executions. So I can download the log, okay, show you guys all my trade executions. And you'll see here at 9:48 a.m. that I'm long KXIN, the very first trade of the day, at $3.81. And my stop loss is 325 area. And I specified this is a high volatility trade. Now, the reason why my stop loss, I'm giving that 325 area is why, guys, I'm accounting for, okay, that level of volatility. That initial morning high was $3.44. So I'm setting my stop loss just beneath that initial morning high. That's why that was my stop loss, and I got long right there on that pullback into that zone, and then the rest is history. The rest is history. The thing just takes off like a bat out of hell, and this thing just absolutely starts to rip. We start peeling profits off the table. Let me go back and actually go back. I'll put the entry point. Okay, there's your entry price at 381, and we start ripping up through highs. We start peeling profits off the table. Okay, we start peeling profits off the table. Then taking more profits off the table, we pull ourselves back in down to 25% of the position. We hold this prior high. Okay, this was that halt price. Okay, so we hold that halt price, support at that halt price. We get the trade line and view our crossover, and I reloaded my position here at 475. Oops, sorry guys. Let me go back to my chart. Let me go back to my chart. All right, let me go back to the chart. So there was, let me delete this back. So you guys, let me go back. So we'll cover that again. Okay, so there's the entry price. Again, right, there's the entry price. We break through the high of the day, and then I start peeling profits off the table. Okay, so 25% of my position came off there. 50% of my position came off there. I'm down to 25% of my position. But remember, this was a halt price right here. This was a halt price right here, okay? So when you have stocks that halt and then coming out of the halt, then they break through it with an increase in volume, you can look for those halt prices to act as levels of support also. And what you start to see is that that level started to act as an area of support for us as well on KXIN. Then we got the trade line and VWAP crossover, okay? we got the trade line VWAP crossover, and then I reloaded the position, okay, and I got back to a full size position there at $4.75. And then again, the rest is history. We start peeling profits off into this move, guys. Took profits off on this break. Wait, let me go back. Hold on. Let me zoom this in so you guys can see better. There was your high of the day. So there was 25% of my position came off in front of the high. We broke through the high. 50% of my position came off the table. And then I broke my last piece of profit up into two pieces. Okay. And then $8.10 was my final take profit. And this thing ended up going actually all the way to $13.50. Okay. So I missed out on that. I missed out on that move. Okay. I missed out on that last piece, but I'm totally okay with that because from that initial entry point at $3.81, I'll take you guys back to my alerts. I'll take you guys back to the alerts. Give me 1 second and I'll pull that back up for you guys. All right. So here you guys can see long at 381, took some profit at 429, took more profit at 490. Then I reloaded, see here at 957, added back to full size position at 475, and then took profits at 543, 584, 632. And then you'll see here at 10:53 a.m., about an hour and 5 minutes. About an hour and 5 minutes after my first entry, you'll see here at 10:53. Okay, here we are right down here, 10:53. My final take profit, KXIN, at $8.10. That was a 113% gain on that final take profit. The trade lasted about an hour and 5 minutes long, and this was an absolute monstrosity of a trade. I did try KXIN just for another squeeze. I tried it 2 more times on smaller size, but I did not get that follow through. Okay, so I went after it another 2 times to see if we got one more squeeze. All right, to see if we got one more squeeze, but never got it. But that was with smaller size on those second trades. I was just seeing if we were going to squeeze again. But that initial trade, guys, was an absolute monster. Okay, it was an absolute monster. All right. Does anybody have any questions specifically about this trade setup and what made me enter the trade when I did, what made me take profits on the trade when I did? Does anybody have any questions about this? Because this was such a picture perfect technical trade setup on the initial entry off the halt to take profits, the reload, and then take profits on the way up. This thing was picture perfect, guys. Does anybody have any questions? How do you stay in? Joe P says, how do you stay in? Joe P, you stay in this by using the tier trading method. Okay. You use this, you stay in by using the tier trading method. Okay. I teach everybody, I teach all of our members to use the tier trading method, which is a method that I learned working at the hedge fund, because when you guys are working at a hedge fund, you can't enter and exit positions, multi-million-dollar positions in one trade. You've got to, scale in and scale out. So that's how I learned how to tier. But I've since tweaked that tier trading strategy so that it applies to my everyday retail trade. Now I'm not trading with tens of millions of dollar position size anymore. You can't on a stock like KXIN to begin with. It's just not possible. But the concept still applies where I'm taking bits and pieces of my position off the table as the stock works in my favor. So when I'm entering a trade, okay, I identify 4 levels. Okay, I know 4 levels before I pull the trigger on a trade. What's my stop loss? What's my first take profit, my second take profit, and my third take profit? Okay, I know 4 levels before I enter the trade. Okay. So when my first take profit target is reached, I sell 25% of my position. When my second take profit target is reached, I sell 50%. And when my final third take profit target is reached, I'll sell the final 25%. Sometimes if I think a stock really has juice, I'll break that last 25% of my position up into two different pieces, and I'll take profit maybe two more times on the way up before I get flat. Okay. So the tier trading method has its entire own course on the website. It is designed specifically to help you stay in winning trades longer and to help you keep losing trades small. That is literally the entire premise, the entire reason, the entire purpose behind the tier trading method. If you guys do not know about the tier trading method, you have to use this. My TTG fam, comment in chat right now. How important or how much has the tier trading strategy changed your trading? How helpful has the tier trading strategy been? It might be the biggest change in your entire trading results by using the tier trading method. I want my THD fam right now, I'm being serious, comment in chat right now on how crucial the tier trading method is and how much your trading has improved by using that method. All right. So that's how you stay in these trades longer, guys. You know, don't try to pick the top. You don't just stay in your trade. You don't just stay in your trade and look for and wait for the top and sell your entire position all at once. You scale out in pieces. Okay. You scale out in pieces as your profit targets are reached. Look, you guys just look at the comments. Guys, read the comments. Literally read the comments in chat. Listen to what members are saying about the tier trading method. I'm telling you, it'll completely change your trading. Without the tier trading method, there's no way that I'm holding this stock until $8. There's no way I'm holding the stock till $8 if I'm not using the tier trading method. You're selling yourself so short. You're missing out on so many more profits by not using the tier trading method. I'm telling you, you're missing out on so many profits by not using the tier trading method. It's ridiculous. Sharon, my man. Sharon says, Mike, brother, everything you teach is important. Thank you, man. Thank you. Make my day Golden Cross says it's changed my trading method for life. I mean, look, guys, I mean, I'm telling you. Marva Williams says, how does it affect the PDT rule? It doesn't. Okay. Tiering out of your position will not affect your PDT rule. Okay. Tiering out's not going to affect your PDT rule. So if you buy 1,000 shares and then you sell 250, 500, 250, that counts as one day trade. It's one round trip. Okay. But if you buy 500 shares, then you buy another 500 shares and then you sell 250, 500, 250, that's going to count as 2 day trades. Okay. But if you buy 1,000 shares, then you sell 250, 500, 250, that's going to count as one day trade. So you can tier out of your position. You just can't tier into your position if you're bound by the PDT rule. Okay. If you're bound by the PDT rule, that's not going to affect you when you're tiering out of your position. Okay. That's not going to affect you guys when you're tiering out. All right. So guys, like I said, that KXIN, that was a monster trade. And honestly, it all comes down to the tier trading method. Like I said, there's no way I'm pulling out 113% gain on that last piece of my position if I'm not taking profits on the way up. There's no way that I'm making the same P&L if I'm just selling my position all at once, because I'm selling my position all at once. I would have sold a lot earlier. I would have sold a lot sooner. I would not have held on to the position as long as I did, taking profits on the way up as the stock was extending. Okay. If you guys want to learn the tier trading method, if you are not using the tier trading method, you guys have to learn it. You guys can learn it. It's in the course section of the True Trading Group curriculum. Real quick, guys, actually, for those of you, now I know my THD fam, I know you guys already know about the tier trading method. How many of you don't know about the tier trading method? How many of you are not a member of True Trading Group? If you're not a member of True Trading Group, type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, type the letters TTG in chat right now, guys. All right, Pro Scorpio. Jorge Home. Momin Alsadi. Abreski. Adjun, Jenny V. Faisal, Beni, Lucas, Timothy, Sash Strong, Ethan, Ray Rivers, Charles, Graham, Joel, Bree, Ashwin, Stack Trader, Dylan Frazier, Joe P. Joe P, my man. He goes, yo, TTG, but that's changing right now as we speak. Joe P, welcome to the family, brother. I look forward to trading with you, man. I really do. Michael Barr, Joseph Sacco, Jart Loxley, 88M Roach, Janet Tyler, Tao, Dylan Frazier, Joel J. Hahn. Oh, Anthony Fernandez, first live stream. Anthony, welcome to the live stream, my man. Welcome to the live stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're brand new, turn on your notifications. You guys never want to miss out on these live streams. Trevor, Cody, Nelson. Nice, guys. Okay, we have a bunch of non-TTG members. You guys are not familiar with the tier trading strategy. Don't worry about it, because as a member of TTG, you guys will be able to go through and learn it like the back of your hands. I'm telling you guys, you're learning like the back of your hands. What about my TTG3 trial members? Okay, if you are a trial member, I want you to type the number 3 in chat right now. Our trial member, that's a 7-day trial that we have. It's called our TTG3 program. If you're a member of our trial program, go ahead and type the number 3 in chat right now if you're part of our trial. Nice. Orla Metz just joined yesterday. Says, I already learned so much. Beautiful. Joel says, Mike, what do you think about Anacott Steel and Blue Star Airlines? Blue Star, short it. Short Blue Star. Watch, there's people right now that are typing Blue Star. Which Blue Star? How do I short it? All right, we got Lucas, Peter, Timothy Gratson. Oh, Brandon Boyles, my man. I saw you in chat today, Brandon. I saw you, brother. Javi Base, Nelson, Jonathan, Patrick Neller. All right, beautiful, man. Woo! Crizzle, what's up? Crizzle510 says, man, I just joined your group on Friday. Your group is the best, hands down. The classes are fire. Crizzle, welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Jacob Harrison, what's up, man? Cut Zone. TTG3 members in full effect. I like it. I like it. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay? Beautiful. Guys, listen up. Okay? Listen up. For those of you that are not TTG members yet, okay, we got a couple of new people just kind of joined the live stream that were not on here before when I was speaking about it. But you guys have to understand that when you join True Trading, you guys are getting access to the same education I got working at a hedge fund. Okay. And that's where I learned the tier trading method. The tier trading method is responsible for me making 113% of my final take profit. Okay. There's no way I'm buying the stock at 381 and I'm selling my last piece at 810 if I'm not using the tier trading strategy. There's no way. I learned that working at a hedge fund. I began my career working for a hedge fund on Wall Street. We managed about $500 million. And when I tell you, you guys are getting the education I received at that hedge fund, I went through a training program. I've simplified that information and I've created the courses that are available for you on our TTG website. Okay. I've created that for you. It is a simplified version of my education experience that I learned working for that fund. Okay. So when you guys are joining True Trading Group, you are getting access to that same education. Okay, the same education I'm passing down to the TTG members that are now implementing the tier trading strategy. How many of you use the tier trading strategy on KXIN today? Type I in chat. If you're a TTG member and you use the tier trading strategy on KXIN today, type the letter I in chat right now so people can see how many of my members are learning and implementing this professional education. When you guys get access, or when you guys join True Trading Group, you are getting daily access to our trading chat room. Okay, you guys are getting daily access to our trading chat room. If you want to join our TTG3 trial program, that'll also give you 3 days access to our chat room. And our trial program will also give you 3 courses that are guaranteed to make you guys better traders. Our trial program is a one-time payment of just $3. It is literally a cup of coffee, and you can join us 7 days. You'll have access to our member dashboard for $3. You're going to get access to our chat room for 3 days to trade with me live. You're going to get access to 3 courses that are specifically made for this trial program that are guaranteed to make you a better trader. You're also going to have access to our stockpile due diligence tool, our Benzinga live news feed, and you're going to have access to all of our trade history. We keep a journal on our website for everyone to see all of our wins and all of our losses. All the moderators were fully accountable, held accountable for all of our trades. All of our performances right there for you to see on our website. Okay, so if you guys want to join me, if you were in chat with me today, you could have made your membership fee already. You could have made twice, 3, 4, 5 times your membership fee on one trade today in KXIN. One trade today in chat could have made you guys your entire year membership and then some if you were just in chat with me today. Okay, get your butts in chat. It's less than a cup of coffee. It's $3 that could literally change the entire course and the entire direction of the rest of your life. What do you have to lose? It's $3. It's literally a cup of coffee. And you guys can trade with me live for 3 days and get 3 courses that honestly, the value on those courses is probably a few $100 alone, just on the value of those couple of courses that are included with your trial. But guys, go to ttgthree.com. The URL is right there at the bottom of your screen. That's www.ttgthree.com. Okay, and get access to our 7-day trial. You wouldn't buy a car without first test driving it, right? We get that. Therefore, we are giving away that 7-day trial for just $3. It's a one-time payment. It's not reoccurring. It's a one-time payment of $3. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time during your trial. You're under no obligation to do so, though. Okay, that's ttgthree.com. Now, if you are ready to actually learn about the tier trading strategy, okay, because the tier trading strategy has its entire own course that is designated in the advanced courses on the TGG curriculum that's included for TGG members. Okay, you will get to learn that method like the back of your hand. Okay, you will get to learn that like the back of your hand. Okay, and if you guys are ready to join our TGG family full time, you can do so by using the coupon code TGG1020 to get a 40% discount. Let me explain to you guys what you get access to as a member of True Trading Group and explain to you guys the value of everything. You are getting access to our daily chat room that opens at 7:30 a.m. Eastern, closes down at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, where I am sharing my screen with you. You see exactly what I'm doing, exactly what I'm looking at. I'm also live on the microphone telling you exactly what I'm doing, okay, and why I'm doing it. Like I said to you before, you already saw members in chat already say to you, yes, Mike came on live on the microphone. He's told us exactly what he was doing with KXIN. KXIN, I told you, everyone on the microphone, guys, I'm a buyer here. Look for the pullback into 365 to 375. That's my buying zone. The stock pulled into 367. I got long. I just market ordered in. I got filled at $3.81, and the stock took off and ran to $13. I told everybody where I was buying it before I actually bought it. I do that on a daily basis. Other moderators, Jason, who was on this live stream with me earlier, hey, same thing. He's on the microphone live telling everybody what he's buying before he actually buys it, as well as Chris Toner, Jay Downing, Jason Simmons. We're all on the microphone. Those are your other moderators in True Trading Group telling you guys exactly what we're seeing and exactly what we're doing. You'll also get access to our mobile app that's downloadable on iPhone and Android, which will allow you guys to follow along with what it is that we're trading. Even though you're not in chat with us, you can watch the screen share on your phone. You can visibly see the screen share, and you can also listen to the audio analysis like I'm talking to you now. You'll hear me talking to you and the other moderators talking on the mobile app, and you'll also get real-time push notifications whenever one of us enter or exit a trade. This makes trading on the go and following our trade alerts very, very, very easy, okay? By having that mobile app makes it very easy. You also get access to our entire TeachD curriculum. And when I say entire, I mean entire. There are no different levels of packages where there's special courses that are reserved for people that pay more money. No, you pay one price, you get access to everything that we have. The entire curriculum, that's beginner and foundation stock trading courses, advanced stock trading courses, beginner options trading, advanced options trading, trader psychologies part 1 and 2, swing trading course, how to trade during a stock market crash. All of our courses are included for free with your membership. Okay. All of our courses are included with your membership. Okay. Everything is included. All right. With our chat room also, guys, you are getting also, I forgot to mention, our Benzinga real-time news feed and our Squawk Box. So we have a live news feed in our chat room, and you can either read the news headlines that come out from Benzinga up to the second breaking news alerts, that's included, or you can do our Squawk Box, which is where you guys can actually listen to someone actually reading out loud the news alerts as they come out in our chat room. You guys can actually listen to them. That's our Squawk Box. Okay. But like I said, our courses, all of them are included. You also get access to our trade simulator. I mentioned that to you earlier on the stream, where you can trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time level 1, real-time level 2 data. You'll also be able to use our stock screener, so you can filter through thousands of stocks to figure out what are the hottest stocks on the day, where you should be focusing your attention, so you know what stocks are the best stocks to be trading. Everyone's like, Mike, how did you know to trade KXIN? Well, you guys are using the screener. You'll be able to identify the stocks that are the leading gappers, stocks that are up the most, leading gainers. That's how you guys can identify what are the best stocks for you to trade. Our stock profile tool is also included. That's where you can type in any ticker symbol you're interested in and get a downloadable PDF report with all the relative information, stock information, company information, okay, financial information about the company. We also compile all the analyst ratings for that particular stock. Okay, all the analysts that have a buy rating, a sell rating, or a hold rating, we compile that for you in one PDF report, and you can download as many of those as you want. You want to do it for 100 different companies, go for it. It's completely unlimited. That's included with your membership as well. Also, it's over 75 hours of workshops and webinars. Okay, over 75 hours where myself and other of the moderators, okay, myself and other moderators, we do workshops and webinars every month. The Wolf, okay, who was just on this live stream, he just did a pot stocks webinar on Sunday, about a 2-hour-long session where he was going over with members trade ideas and what are some of the best stocks that he likes and helping people kind of adjust their portfolios. So you guys have over 75 hours of workshops and webinars that are included. That's additional educational content on top of all the courses. That's additional educational content, guys, all for you. You'll also be able to join us on those workshops and webinars live as a member. You can join us live. You can ask questions. You can participate with members in chat and join us on those live. Also, anyone that joins up tonight will also get a free one-on-one mentor session with either the Wolf that you guys saw on today or any one of our moderators in chat. That's a 1-hour one-on-one private study group, That's a one-on-one private mentor session between just you and the moderator to talk about your issues, your problems, answer your questions, and talk about the topics that you want to discuss. That's included. When it comes back to the courses and resources, all future courses are also included. So if I come out with a new course, let's say in a month from now, that's included with your membership. It's not, hey guys, new course, that's going to cost you an extra 200 or 300 bucks. No, there's no upsells into your trading group ever. You pay one price, you get access to everything. We're like the Netflix of trading communities. You'll also be able to get access to our TradingView Pro charting software that's got real-time media, real-time quotes from Quote Media. And you'll also be able to join us on October 22nd. We've got an advanced options workshop that's being conducted by Chris Toner. Chris Toner is an options specialist. He's been trading options for over 20 years, and he's going to be conducting an advanced options workshop on October 22nd. So you guys are going to want to make sure that you join us for that as well. Okay. A 1-year membership to True Trading Group, guys, is usually $2,048. Okay, $2,048 is what a normal 1-year membership is going to cost you. But tonight, with coupon code TTG1020, which is right at the bottom of your screen, you can get a 40% discount, which brings the price all the way down to only $1,215. Okay, that's only $1,215. That's a 40% discount. Okay, with coupon code TTG1020 right here, right now, tonight. Every 24-hour period in the month of October, the price is ticking up by a couple of bucks. So right now is the cheapest price. You're going to be able to pull the trigger and get access to a TGD membership with coupon code TGD1020. Get that 40% discount. Lock in that $12.15 price point now. That also locks you in for life at that price when it comes time for you to renew your membership. Okay. Let's say next year you guys are ready to renew your membership. Okay. And we're charging maybe $2,200 for a membership by next year. You will not pay $2,200 to renew your membership. You will only pay the $1,215 that you pay today. So by paying $1,215, you're locking yourself in at that price. So when it comes time to renew your membership, you only pay the $1,215, which is the price you guys paid today. Okay. The value of what you are getting, understand the value. Not only are you getting a 40% discount, but if you went to Benzinga and you said, hey, Benzinga, I want to subscribe to your live Benzinga newsfeed with your Squawk Box. Benzinga is going to say, cool, Tim, no problem. That's going to cost you $1,188 for the year. Then if you went to a real-time level 1, real-time level 2 service provider, and you're like, hey, I want real-time level 1 and 2 for all of the exchanges, they're going to say, well, that's going to cost you $990 for the year. Then if you went to a stock simulator and said, hey, I want to practice trading stocks with fake money with real-time data, that's going to cost you $750 for the year. Then if you went to TradingView and you said, hey, TradingView, I want your pro charting software to use for myself, that's going to cost you $720 for the year. Okay. All of that comes to $3,648, and it's completely free, included in your membership for only $1,215. You want to talk about value? Understand that you're getting access to the same education I received working professionally on Wall Street, a one-on-one with one of our TTG moderators, and all of those resources that I just said to you, that the resources alone are worth $3,600. You're getting all of that for only $1,215 right now when you use coupon code TTG1020. Okay. Now, remember what I said about you guys locking in that price point, that $12.15 price point. You're going to want to lock that price in, because when it comes time to renew your membership, believe me, you're going to want to renew your membership in a year from now. The reason why I'm confident you're going to want to renew your membership a year from now, and that can save you $1,000 in itself, because if our membership next year is $2,200 and you pay $12.15 today, you're only going to pay $12.15 next year when it comes time to renew. The reason why I'm so confident you guys are going to want to renew your membership is because 80% of our True Trading Group members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee back within the first 6 months of their membership. That means members are paying $1,215, and within 6 months, they're making up to $10,000 back. 80% of our members are doing that. Of that 80%, 30% of them are doing it within 1 month. That's why I'm so confident that you're going to want to renew your membership. And that's why locking in this price point today at $12.15 is so important for later down the road as our membership price continues to increase, because I'm confident you guys are going to want to increase your membership or renew your membership. Okay, these are stats that we have surveyed our members in True Trading Group. That is where we get that 80% number, and that's 7 to 10 times their membership fee. So what I'm basically saying to all of you guys right now, that if you were to take and invest $1,215 in yourself right now and get the same education I received working at a hedge fund that has allowed me to be the trader that I am here now today, get access to all of the courses, the one-on-one, all those resources, you have an 80% chance of making 7 to 10 times that investment back within just 6 months. If one of your friends, if one of your high school buddies or college buddies came to you tomorrow and was like, hey man, I got this investment, it's $1,200, there's an 80% chance we can turn it into 10 grand within 6 months, are you down? If I said to you, let's go to Vegas, there's an 80% chance that black 26 is going to come out on the roulette wheel, are you down? Okay, all of you would say, yes, let's do it. That's the stat. That's what I'm telling you right now. That is what you guys have the opportunity to do right now. That's the bet that you can make on yourself right now by investing in yourself, getting an education, and using coupon code TTG1020 to get that 40% discount. We also have a lot of cool shit going on in the month of October that you're going to want to be a part of. We're giving away a Tesla Model 3. Every time that we get 300 new members into Trading Group, we raffle off a Tesla Model 3. I think we're like 65 or 70% of the way there. So within maybe another week or two, I plan on giving away another Tesla. I plan on giving away a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash. If you do not want the car, we'll substitute the car with $30,000 cash. That is a raffle that we're giving away in our TTG chat with all of our members. We also, every single Friday in the month of October, it's laptop giveaway. We are raffling off 5 free laptops every single Friday in the month of October. And also on October 30th, we are doing our Halloween username contest. Okay, our Halloween username contest. Okay, on October 30th, all of our members are changing their usernames to something funny, trading, and Halloween related. And Adam and I are going to pick our 10 favorite usernames, and then we're going to let all of our members in chat vote. And first prize gets $3,000. Second prize gets $1,500. Third prize gets $500. Something just cool, fun that we're going to be doing in chat. So we have a lot of cool, fun stuff that's coming up here in the month of October. You guys are going to want to be a part of. Now, let me preface by saying this. Okay, if you are a TTG3 trial member, you are not included in the Tesla raffle. You're not included in the laptop raffle. You're not included in the Halloween username contest, and you cannot attend the advanced options workshop on October 22nd. Okay, so that is for full-time TTG members only. So for that, you've got to use coupon code TTG1020, become part of the TTG family full-time. Okay. Now, if you're still not ready to become part of the TTG family, like I said, again, we do have that 7-day trial. You won't be included in any one of those raffles, but if you want to give us a test drive first, you can do so with a 7-day trial for a one-time payment of just $3, guys, a cup of coffee. Go to ttgthree.com. Also, here's the kicker. I did this the other night. I'm doing it again. Anybody that signs up here tonight, okay? Anybody that signs up here tonight by midnight, okay, you've got an hour and a half left, will get included with their membership on top of everything I just said to you, on top of the 40% discount, on top of everything I just said to you. Anyone that signs up tonight, okay, is going to get a free Kindle Fire HD with coupon code TTG1020, okay? Yes, that is a free Kindle Fire HD. We are including the shipping. This is full internet connected, so you guys can trade on the go. Okay, so no more trying to enter trades on your small little screen while you're running around or you're working. So we are going to give you a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. We are going to cover the shipping costs so you can follow along and place your trades on that tablet while you're at work, while you're at the mall, you're in a meeting, whatever, you're stuck in traffic, whatever it is. We want to make sure that you have the resources, the tools, and the technology to be able to get the most out of your membership with your training group. And that is why anyone that signs up tonight with coupon code TTG1020 is going to also get an Amazon Kindle Fire completely free, and we are covering the shipping. Okay, so that is your last and final kicker. So I'm not sure, what else. I'm not sure what else that you guys need to, need for me to explain this stuff all to you guys. But like I said, that's for full-time members only. Now, if you're a TTG3 member, you're a TTG3 trial member, that will not get you the Amazon Kindle Fire. The Amazon Kindle Fire is for full-time members only. Okay, it's for full-time members only. It is not for TTG3 trials. I am sorry, it's for TTG full-time members only. Okay, so use that coupon code TTG1020 to take advantage of that 40% discount and get the free Amazon Kindle Fire and be included in all that cool stuff. The Tesla raffle. Guys, I'm being serious. We are giving away a Tesla. This is not a joke. I'm raffling off a Tesla. Okay, I'm raffling off a Tesla. All you need to do is be a member of True Trading Group to be included in that raffle. That's it. Just be a member. Okay. And then we're also giving away 5 free laptops every Friday. And then we've got the Halloween username contest, which is just something cool and fun that I want to do with all of our members. All right. So how many of you are still here, guys? If you're not a member of True Trading Group still, after everything that I just went through with you, if you're still not a member, I want you to type TTG in chat right now. If you guys are not a member, I want you to type TTG in chat right now, guys. All right. So we've still got Jorge, RD, Lucas, Michael Barr, Peter DeMar, Nice Man 357. Nice, Peter. I'll see you on Friday then, my man. I'll see you on Friday. Nice. Chris Bergeron just became a member earlier today. Welcome to the family, man. All right. Robertson, still not a member. What are you guys waiting for, man? Guys, I'm challenging. Listen, if you guys are still not members of True Trading Group, all right, and you're not ready to pull the trigger, you're not ready to get the 40% discount, you're not ready to get the Amazon Kindle Fire and everything else I talked about, I'm telling you guys, spend the $3, okay, on the cup of coffee. Come and chat with me for 3 days. Come and chat with me for 3 days, and I guarantee you that you are going to be so excited to join the TTG family. I'm not kidding. Because I see it. I see it. When we have people that come in, they see what it's like to be part of the community. How many of you guys on this live stream right now joined True Trading Group because you experienced a free day in chat? Whether it was our trial program, we used to have the whole TTG Tuesday. How many of you joined the True Trading Group after experiencing a free day in chat? Once you guys see what goes on in chat, the education, the trade alerts, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, once you guys see the energy in that environment while also learning and profiting, learning, trading, and profiting together, I'm telling you, you guys are going to be ready to join the team. You guys are going to be ready to join the team. I mean, just look at what some of these people are saying, guys. I couldn't go through a trading day without TTG. That's from Peter Julius. Bo says, all members are thrilled. How can they not convince you? I'm passing up on football. Do you get it right now? Mike DeRocco says, I wish I joined years ago. It's worth every dime. Trent Calendar, yes, yes, yes. Chris Bergeron says, it took me 1 day. Chris Bergeron was in chat with us for 1 day, and he decided he was going to become a full-time member. Susie, Sean Miller. Okay, all these people. Look at this. County Clint. Look at this. Mike DeRocco says, I joined after 1 day in chat on a TGG Tuesday. Ray, Robert, Daniel Golly, John W., Amato Lore, okay, Lady Bird, Tony Williams, Brandon Boyle. Brandon Broyles, perfect example. Brandon Broyles was his first day in chat with us today. Says, true story, my first day was today. There's a ton of knowledge in this room. He signed up for the trial program last night. Today was his first day in chat. Okay, so you're seeing all of these people, guys. You're seeing all of these people. Nice. Joey P says, my first trial day was today, and I just joined. Joe P, another one, perfect example. Today was his first day as a trial member. His first day in chat. Didn't even wait the 3 days. You get 3 days in chat. You get 3, okay, with the 7-day trial. But members are not even waiting for the 3 days. They're signing up after 1 day. Why? Because after experiencing chat for 1 day, they already know this is the place for me. This is where I want to hang my hat. These are the people. These are the pros that I want to be trading with. This is a style that I can follow, that I can get down with. And this is where I want to be trading now for the rest of my life. And that's what's going on in True Trading Group. So for those of you that typed TTG in chat still, I don't know what you guys are still waiting for. The only thing that I can say to you is, check it out for yourself. Okay. Make the decision on your own. Answer your question. Is TTG right for me? Answer the question for yourself. I can tell you until I'm blue in the face. Members on the live stream can tell you till they're blue in the face. But honestly, truly, the only one that can answer that question if it's right for you is you. So if you're still not a member, you're not ready to get that 40%, go for the 7-day trial. It's a one-time payment of $3. Find out if True Trading Group is right for you. Okay, and get your butts in chat, and I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow, and we'll look and see what's going on with these small caps. They continue to be hot. I think we're going to get a little bit of a bounce back day in the markets tomorrow. We'll see if we get some stimulus news. I'm going to be watching that. And then, like I said, guys, small caps have been trading really well lately for me. I've been crushing small caps. I will look to see what small caps are hot tomorrow, but I do think we may get a little bit more of a bounce back day in the overall markets. So we'll see what happens there tomorrow. Get your butts in chat with me, guys. My normal TGD fam. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. We had a big day today. We're going to look to keep that momentum going. Let's build on top of today. Let's keep this momentum going throughout the week. It was a great way to start the week today. Let's keep that momentum going now as we ride this week out. Okay. So again, if you guys want to join the TTG3 trial, go to ttgthree.com. Right there, it's at the bottom of your screen. If you're ready to join the team full time and you guys want to get that tier trading strategy and you guys are ready to lock in that price, use coupon code TTG1020 right now tonight, so you pay only $1,215. In every 24-hour period, if you guys wait till tomorrow, the price is going up. And the day after that, the price goes up. The price keeps going up a couple bucks every day in the month of October. So if you want to lock in that $1,215 price point, use coupon code TTG1020 today. Right now, you got an hour and a half left to do so. All right. That's it, guys. You guys were amazing. You guys are the best. I love you all. If you haven't done so already, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. And of course, hit that notification bell. Make sure you guys never miss out on any more of these live streams. Love you guys. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow, and we're going to keep this momentum going. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.